Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles, and I'm going to show you how to make this cute candy corn colored wreath pin for Halloween. Candy corns are more Halloween than Thanksgiving, but I suppose you could wear it longer. But I love candy corn. I've always loved the colors of them, and I'm attracted to them as decoration. So I thought it'd be fun to make the wreath pin. So you start with a white pipe cleaner, and you're going to start stringing on the beads in the pattern you choose. Now I chose to do this pattern here, which is white, orange, yellow, which is what a candy corn looks like. Is the white on the top, the orange in the middle, and the yellow on the bottom. So that is how I'm stringing them on, and I just put them in piles in the order I'm going to put them onto the pipe cleaner, and I count out how many of each color I need. And to be honest, I didn't even count for you. So 2, 4, I just kind of strung them on and then matched it up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12, I thought it was 12. 12 of each color. So then you put them in the pile like this so that you don't have to count them. You just know your pattern, which will be white. To make the candy corn, it'd be white, orange, yellow, and you just keep going. So you put 2 more white, and the way I like doing it is putting them in order so I don't have to think about it. Because if you just have them in a bowl or just have them in your tub of, whoops, I just knocked the back off, have them in your tub of beads, like your divided containers or something, it's so easy to get distracted and get off your pattern. But if they're in a row, then you're automatically going to pick them up in the order that, I guess I have them reversed. Yeah, I was doing them backwards. I was doing it from the back, but for this video's sake, we'll do them from the top down. So I do the white, then the orange, but you could do it either direction. You could start with the yellow and then do the orange, then do the white. As long as you get the pattern, although it really doesn't matter. As long as all 3 colors are in it, it doesn't really matter how they are. But anyway, you're just going to do that to get them all onto your pipe cleaner. And then once you get it centered and give yourself a little room to twist it, you're basically going to pull it as tight as you can get it, twist it around a couple times, and then take some wire cutters and chop it as close as you can. And then I like to take a little pair of pliers and kind of bend it down. And these are, in case this is your first project using these beads are called tri-beads, and this is why they're called tri-beads, is because each one has 3 sides. And they're great because they nestle together and you can make these nice patterns. Now you could do these single, and this is what it would look like single. I like to see the color, and you don't really see the pattern of the color when you do a single layer of them. So let me show you. And if you like this better, just use the same amount of beads. Just do it twice around with the single colors. But I don't think the yellow shows up as well when it's single. See, it's there, but that would be the same pattern, the same colors, just a different pattern. And you'd still use the same amount of beads, you just go around twice. But this is what I love about tri-beads, is they nestle together and make the most beautiful patterns. And I love that. So you can do it either way you like. So once you've got your wreath done and you've got it all straightened out so it's round, I always put the pin back where the wires come back. So you're going to take your pin back and you're going to glue it right over that. So I take the glue gun. I always put a little dab of glue over that tip of the wire, just so it's not sharp. Then you can go across the back with your glue. Put your pin back. I always open it first because it's easier to work with it open, and you're going to want to put a little bit of glue in those holes which I think just make it a little more secure. When I first got some of these pins as a gift, that's what got me to make some, is the person simply put a bead of glue, popped the back on there, and did not go over the top of the holes. And it didn't take long before my pin fell off. So I thought to myself, well, I could fix it. And I did, and I said I could make these. So I started making them, and I've been making them for many years. Now, you could do a big bow on it if you'd rather. I think that's too big. You could do a gold, like I did on this one. You could do an orange. You could do a white. And you could do a yellow. We're going to put a white on this one just to show you the difference. The only orange and yellow I have are those really thin ribbons, and I will use them, but I tend to prefer the little bit thicker ribbon on these pins. I just think it just looks nicer. And then there is your finished pin. That's with white, that's with gold. You could use silver. You could use this width of ribbon in an orange or a yellow. And they're just really fun and cute. They don't take much time. The longest thing that it takes is to put all the beads on, and that could take you 10 or 15 minutes to get your beads on in the pattern that you like. But that's about the longest part about it. The rest is real easy, and it just makes a really fun little pin that you can wear yourself, or you can make some up for gifts. And during the holidays, I tend to keep some of these type of pins in my purse. And when I do go to a restaurant, which none of us are doing as much of, but when I would go to a restaurant and I had a female server, back then they were called waitresses when I really used to do this, I would put their tip on the table and add a pin, and I would cut a piece of card, like an index card, in half and pin them onto the card and put it in a little bag. And I would set that on the table with their tip, and they always were very excited to get it. Now, we're not eating out right now, so I'm not going to be doing that. But if I was, I would do the same thing. They're also great to give to coworkers, people you go to church with, your neighbors, your friends. They're just a lot of fun if you want to give a Halloween gift and you don't want to give candy, or you want to give them a little bag of candy and maybe pin this to the top. They're just a lot of fun. They're so different, and they really will. If you glue them well, they will last for years. Literally years. I've got some I made a long time ago I'm still using. So these will last you a very, very long time. Just make sure you put enough glue on it, and if it ever comes undone, you just re-glue it. Now, once it's dry, you can pull all those threads off, but you don't want to be tugging on it till it's sat. And then you can go over that little ball of fluff there a little bit. If you don't like how it looks, you can kind of go over it like this. Flatten it down a little bit and put the glue, and that kind of lowers it a little bit for you. And again, when it's dry, you can cut off all these little threads of glue. There you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and make some fun pins for yourself. You can get tri-beads. These colors are hard to find in stores, but you can get online. Just put them in your Google search, tri-beads. And there's lots of stores, and they sell them anywhere from little bags to 1,000 in a bag. And I think the 1,000 count bags are not that much. I don't think I paid more than $5 or $6, but it's been a while. But I will be reordering for next year because I truly love working with the tri-beads. Probably one of my favorite beads to work with because I just love the patterns, and you can make so many fun things with them. Anyway, I will be back soon. I hope you'll hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. If you're not a subscriber, I would love it if you would subscribe, and if you hit the notification bell on my channel or any other channel you subscribe to, it'll tell you when there's a new video up. But even if you don't hit that, if you just hit subscribe, it's easier to find that channel later when you want to watch more of their content. So thank you so much, and I'll be back really soon. Bye.